like magic. Krishna has thrown his magic powder and boom, something incredible is happening here. So I'm really happy and grateful to be here. Rasananda Prabhu, your leader, is a very good manager, a very good cook, a very good host. He's been very well trained by his spiritual master, His Holiness Bhakti Chara Swami Maharaj. I personally met him in America, and he was managing the Deland farm. And this farm was amazing because it was just starting, just like here. This reminds me of Deland, right? Building materials, uh, temporary structures, but the vision was very big. And similarly here, there's a very big vision for this temple. Prabhuji, you understand English? Maybe somebody can translate for him? It's possible to translate for him. Okay, so it's an honor. We just sing a little bit and Jayo Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivara Dari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivara Dari Yashodanandanam Braja Janaranjanam Yashodanandanam Braja Janaranjanam Jamunatira Vanachari Jamunatira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandanam Raja Janaranjanam Yashodanandanam Raja Janaranjanam Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Shiva Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Shiva Prabhupada Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Gaura Premanandi Hare Krishna. So, I was asked to read Srimad Bhagavatam as a service. Prabhuji doesn't understand English. Can you translate for him? You don't understand English also? Oh, we have translation? Is that what you're saying? He doesn't understand English.
Only he, I think.
Do you understand English? No. He does also, too. You understand English, Prabhu? Yes. Little. You understand English? And you understand English, okay. So we have like 50% of the audience not understanding English. So what do we do, dear temple president?
You can understand, maybe you can do translation little bit.
Yeah? Okay. Or we can do a translation at the back. It's easy. They understand. Can you translate for them? Okay, Prabhu will translate.
No, Prabhu understand.
He understands, but for them, they need. You want to sit next to him?
उधर जाके बैठिए प्रभु जी के पास में, हिंदी में बताएंगे.
हाँ.
Other devotees come, let them come and see how many.
Yeah, whoever needs will direct them to you. So you be the Hindi translation simultaneous. You're comfortable with English, yeah? Okay, that's excellent. Okay. Um, Tvam na paramakam daivam. Huh? We don't have the 10, 27, 20? 10, 27, 20.
10, 27.
Yes.
I don't know.
Okay. Okay, I'll just make a simple reading. Tam naka parakam daivam tvam na indro jagatpate bhavyaya bhavago vipra devanam yecha sadavaha. Repeat with me. Tvam, you, naha, our, paramakam, supreme, daivam, worshipable deity. Tvam, you, naha, our, Indraha, Lord Indra, Jagatpate, O Master of the universe, Bhavaya, for the welfare, Bhava, please be, go of the cows, Vipra, the Brahmanas, Devanam, and the demigods, Ye, who, Cha, and Sadavaha, saintly persons. So the translation is, you are our worshipable deity. Therefore, O Lord of the universe, for the benefit of the cows, the Brahmanas, the demigods, and all other saintly persons, please become our Indra. So this is a prayer um, of Surabhi to the Lord. There's a purport.
Which is sloka, bro?
It's 10, chapter 27, verse number 20. You got it? Let's see if you get it. Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So let's see let's repeat that, such a beautiful purport, since you have it there. You are our worshipable deity.
We are our worshipable deity.
Therefore, O Lord of the universe,
O Lord of the universe,
for the benefit of the cows,
for the benefit of the cows,
the Brahmanas, the demigods, and all other saintly persons, please become our Indra.
please become our Indra.
Purport. The title of this chapter is Goverdhan Puja? No. What is the title of the chapter?
Name?
Yeah. It's Lord Indra. Lord Indra is right there at the top.
Lord Indra and Mother Surabhi offer prayers.
Okay. So Lord Indra and Mother Surabhi offer prayers. So here Surabhi is offering a prayer. Mm-hmm. And the purport, it says, the Supreme Lord is self-sufficient. He can do everything himself. The Lord appointed one of his innumerable children to the position of Indra, the Lord of the cosmic heaven. But Indra abused his authority. And now Surabhi requests Lord Krishna, the absolute truth, to directly become her Lord, her Indra. We should carefully perform our duties without false pride. Thus, we will not become obsolete and embarrassed, as in the present case of King Indra. who actually attacked Lord Krishna and his Vrindavan devotees. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki. Jai. Is this Prabhupada? Or is it this? Prabhupada still. This is Prabhupada. Yes, yes. Om Gyan Timirandasya Gyananjanan Shalakaya Chakshurun Militanyena Tashmai Shri Gurave Namaha Vanchakalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Eva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Shvasaji Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna. So as I said previously, it's an honor for me to be here in this temple. I believe this temple is a very beautiful, important temple which is on the manifestation process. And yeah, all right, better? You can hear me better. And you are all part of this magical mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, making from nowhere. These properties were not so valuable, but once Krishna touched it, immediately I could see all these shops, buildings, colonies, everything is manifesting so quickly. I personally have a very natural attachment to natural living, so I like the wheat fields, I like the greenery, but I know this is temporary. It's going to be all a concrete forest very soon here. Well, actually, wherever ISKCON touches, real estate develops like anything. Sri Mayapur Dham today, one kata can be worth almost 25 lakhs in some places. Can you imagine that? Per acre, it's imaginable what has happened. Sri Mayapur was costing 500 rupees per biga, meaning 60 katas. No, not 60 katas, 20 katas. And now one kata is worth 25 lakhs. So it's imaginable what has happened and why this happened. This happened because Gauranga Mahaprabhu touched that land. And in this age, what is the process? What is the process of this age? No. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare. But Hare Krishna is not enough. Because you see, in the Bhagavatam class, people sleep. Do you sleep sometimes in the Bhagavatam class? Come on, be honest, right? Now, anybody speaks Hindi and English in this class, both languages. Could you translate for Prabhuji? He only understands Hindi.
Yes.
You can translate? Let him go there, because it's okay. Yeah. All right. Okay then, you come to him. All right. So, sometimes we sleep in Bhagavatam class, right? Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So I can sleep sometimes in Bhagavatam class. So Lord Chaitanya was very expert. He says, I must do something about it. Have you ever seen anybody sleep on Sarira Vijajal? No. Everybody's wide awake. So therefore, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu invited Lord Jagannath, because the religion of Lord Jagannath is prasad. So during prasad, everybody wide open. I've seen people sleeping in the Bhagavatam class. I've seen people sleeping Standing up, I've seen people sleeping in so many places, but I've never seen somebody sleep in prasadam time. Have you seen it? No. Especially if it's a feast. Then you're really awake. Ha! I want this, I want that. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he understands our psychology very well. So he said, Lord Jagannath, you come with me in this Kali Yuga and we will spread the holy names everywhere. I give the mantra, you give the prasadam. So in this way, you can see how the Ratha Yatra festival is spread all over the world. In the beginning, when the movement was very small, Jai Sri Jagannath Baladev Subhadraji ki. Srila Prabhupada expanded his movement to San Francisco, the other side of America. It's almost like we are only here at this point. 3, 6, 7, 10, 11. We're 11. A little more. And Prabhupada says, okay, now I want you to go to, I don't know, Kashmir. And I'm going to send you to Assam. So each one is going in a different direction. And these few devotees went to San Francisco. And very soon, they started Ratha Yatra. And it became the most incredible festival. Today it's a holiday. The Ratha Yatra is a holiday in this city. And like this, Ratha Yatra became so important that even the Puriwalas, they're worried. Huh, you're doing outside the date? Not allowed. Because we are expanding beyond Jagannath Puri. We are taking Jagannath to where he belongs. Jaga and Nath. He's Jagannath. He's the Lord of the whole universe. He's not just the Lord of Puri. He's not Purinath. He's Jagannath, the whole universe. And Prabhupada is taking him all over the universe. So in today's verse, we also see a very interesting experience. Lord Indra thought he was the king of heaven. How can you do something without talking to me first, Prabhu? And Nanda Maharaj, under Krishna's instruction, told him, why are you going to worship Indra? Why worship Indra? It's raining here, it's raining on the ocean. What yagya did the ocean do? And it's raining there. It's raining in the desert. What they did, there's nobody's there. So Krishna is preaching like this. And Nanda Maharaj, as a very honorable king, respected Krishna, and they diverted the ceremony to Goverdhan or Goverdhan. And then the whole Vraj community engaged in making ladus, sweets, what else? Burfis, chapatis, what else? You're not hungry. Dohi, yogurt, and shrikand, and all these preparations with milk. Paneer, palak, sabji. No pizza. They didn't make any pizza that time. So, all these preparations are being offered to Govardhan. And when Indra noticed that, what did he do? He became affected. His ego became very hurt. How is it possible that you are neglecting my puja? You're going to suffer. And sometimes we also get that mood. We're doing service, somebody comes, does something which affects us, and we become very angry. And we want to curse the person. But Krishna, in this form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he wanted something different from us. He wanted full cooperation. To the degree you cooperate, to that degree the Lord manifests. So if we fight in the ashram, outside everything will be finished. That's why Prabhupada said, the only people who can stop the movement is we only, ourselves. If we fight, if we criticize, then this starts to go down. But if we keep the mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then the whole mission expands like here. From nowhere, Boom, an explosion is happening right in front of you, and everybody's happy. I was in the Ayurvedic college yesterday, and they say, "We are so happy that you're coming here." And we can understand there are multiple meanings to that sentence. They're buying plots which are becoming very expensive too, so they're also very happy. But they're happy that ISKCON is here. All the devotees which I met, they said, "So happy that you came here, because now we can come offer our services." So, if you keep the mission strong, if you keep your character clean, the whole mission will expand infinitely. So Indra got mistaken. He got confused. He thought, I'm king, I'm powerful, I can challenge. And in that moment, his pride made him blind. He couldn't see that that person was Krishna himself. That little tiny boy was Krishna himself. So he challenged Krishna. He says, all right, I'll send you who? Who is Indra sending? Samvartaka, go! And then he sends Samvartaka too. Well, Samvartaka is really a very powerful cloud. It's not like a little rain. It can destroy. You don't know what's earth, what's air, what's water. Everything is just devastation. The final devastation comes from Samvartaka. So the inhabitants of Raj, because they're pure in their heart, they did what? They surrendered to Krishna. Oh, Krishna, alas, look what's happening to us. We neglected Indra, now he's so upset. We lost our cows, our possessions, everything we have is lost. Even you're in danger. Our greatest treasure is you, and you're in danger. They're not only praying for their salvation, they're praying for the welfare of the devotees of Krishna. Right? So what happened? Krishna says, don't worry, I'll lift Goverdhan hill. And he lifted Goverdhan hill with his left hand, which is your weak hand, with his weak finger. And he put it up. And Govardhan is floating in the air. Right? And the devotees said, we're not hungry. We're not thirsty. We don't want to eat. We just want to look at your lotus face, Krishna. Because previously all the inhabitants of Raj had prayed to Krishna, Krishna, it's very difficult. We serve you in the morning, but you disappear the whole day. I wish I could see you the whole day. So the gopis had their slot, Mother Yashoda has her slot, the cowherd boys have their slot, everybody has a slot, but nobody has the full time. And they were praying, Krishna, 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 we need to see you full time. We can't bear the separation. So because of this, Krishna said, oh, I have a plan. I'm going to crush Indra and I'm going to satisfy all my devotees' desire. So he lifted the Govardhan, all right? And the intimate connection is so strong that someone like Sudama is saying, hey Krishna, this is too heavy for you. Let me hold it. And Krishna says, all right, all right. And everything starts to change. Say, oh, no, it's okay, Krishna. We'll hold your arm. We'll massage your arm. So they're all trying to please Krishna. After the whole incident is over, Lord Indra understood. I have now to face Krishna. What am I going to do? Right? He's thinking. So he could have taken anybody of the universe, the Kinnaras, the Brahmans, the sages. Who did he take? Surabhi. Because he understood, once Surabhi comes in front of Krishna, Krishna is going to melt. He says, Surabhi, and he's going to forget everything. He's going to give me the blessings. So, Mother Surabhi comes with Lord Indra towards Krishna. And when Krishna sees them, he immediately offers his affection to Surabhi. And he ignores Indra completely. He says, oh, Surabhi, you came. My heart is complete. Now I'm so happy I see you. And he starts glorifying, Surabhi starts glorifying. Until it comes to this point. And what is this point? Surabhi is saying, we are tired of this Indra. we don't want Indra anymore. Krishna, we want you to be our Indra. Therefore, your name will be Govinda. So Govinda means Go Indra. Krishna is the Indra of the cows. Now he's Govinda. And that's why we chant Govindam Purusham Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. So, you see, we are saying Govinda, Go Indra, the Lord of the cows. You are Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. I worship you. So we worship every day. Every day we worship Govinda, the Lord of the cows. But sometimes when we think about the cows, they are just a little department at the back of our property. So we have to diminish the distance between Govinda and the cows. They have to come together. Therefore, in this temple, you must have an exemplary Goshala, a beautiful Goshala. And your cow protection program needs to supply your milk for the whole festival of the deities every day. They need to be supplied by that. Because once you do that, people understand, these people worship Krishna who loves the cows. They also love the cows. The cows are so important, I can immediately see. And they're using their gifts, the milk, to worship the deities. Their devotion is complete. Sankirtan means together. Sankirtan means it's only complete if all the parts are present. So to do the Sankirtan movement, it's not only together, it's already difficult to do it together, right? This devotee said something, I don't want to go on Harinam with him. This devotee this, that, I don't want to be in here with him. So many difficulties, so many challenges to be together. Now what about, it's only complete when everything is in place. So much work we have to do. So because you're building a very big community here, this whole colony is going to be huge. It's going to be a huge project. If you can actually show how the cows are so important in Krishna's mission, if just by seeing your cows, the person develops love for Krishna, so big and beautiful and nourished, royal looking, they say, wow, this is incredible. I want to know more about these people, just because the way they treat the cows. And this is not something new. This is part of our tradition. Okay? Because we have to understand Krishna in full to be able to enter the spiritual kingdom. And part of his fullness, part of his completeness, is that he's a cowherd boy. In Vraj, the sweetest pastimes, he could have been a king, but he chose to be. What did he chose to be? A Vaishya. Look at those majestic cows. Concrage, one of the oldest breeds in India. The Concrage breed is as old in register as the Indus Valley civilization near Pakistan. That river, yes, they call the Indus River because the Muslim can't say Hindu. Hindus they say, Sindhus they say Hindu. Everybody from that river to Kerala is called Hindu. But actually in the Vedas you're all called Aryans. That's the technical term. The Aryan civilization. So these bulls with the majestic horns are present in those carvings. You can see it's the same breed, very ancient breed. That's why Sri Mayapur chose those special breed, because anybody looking at them, they feel like so inspired. So inspired. The Lord is going to appear. So, when I was on a bullock cart ride to Rajapur, Jagannath Baldev Subhadraji ki. In Mayapur, when you're there, you can take a bullock cart ride from Mayapur to Rajapur to see Lord Jagannath. And we did it. And you couldn't imagine what the people's face were like when they saw these bulls coming with the majestic horns. They're smiling. Doesn't matter if they're Hindu, Muslims, whatever. When they see them, they come rushing and smiling as if the Lord Himself is coming. And we could see from the bullock cart, we could see their reaction. So you say, see, once someone understands the symbology of the cows and bulls in the tradition of Bharat, he immediately recognized that's special. That's something special. And if you have a Padayatra with Gaurnitai or Lord Jagannath going around Bhopal, that's the most amazing event. Because then the bulls, everybody will be amazed by the bulls. Because today we're all going to something called AI. Isn't it? AI writing your texts, AI doing your PPTs, AI doing your videos, AI, yes? But we, the Hare Krishna movement, we follow a different technology. What do we follow? Yeah, Hare Krishna is part of this technology. Which technology is that? It's not AI. NI. What is NI? Nita intelligence? Yes, could be. Talking about Nita intelligence, we say Nitai, 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 Nitai. You must be hungry before breakfast. Come on. Nitai, Nitai. Hey, Nitai, Nitai. Oh, Nitai, Nitai. You're medium. Okay, let's go. Not so hungry, not so full. Kind of okay. So, it's not Nitai intelligence, I like that Nitai intelligence, but natural intelligence. Krishna gave all of us a natural intelligence. And that natural intelligence, when connected to the Chit potency or the Samvit potency of the Lord, the transcendental knowledge, it gets activated and buddhi starts. And that buddhi is enough to transfer you to the spiritual world. That's the potency of this human form of life. You can go back to Godhead in this human form of life. So, the natural intelligence process worships the Lord. It's very natural to worship the Lord. But the artificial intelligence wants to create a different God. They don't want to surrender to God. They want to do their own creation. They are saying, we can create intelligence in the laboratory. Just give us time, little time. Robot is coming. The skin is ready. You touch it, it's like the skin of a human. You talk, it's going to respond to you. If you don't have a wife or husband, we'll give you a whole robot to have a relationship with. It's coming. It's very soon. Already many places with factories of robots to talk to you, to have a relationship with you. So the dream is we can create life. But NI says, not possible. Life comes from life. And that life comes from the supreme life, which is Krishna Bhagavan. So the NI, natural intelligence, is given to us like Krishna is giving to Arjuna natural intelligence. How to transcend this world. What are the three modes of material nature? How to use your brain to transcend this world. How to control your mind. How can you control the mind, by the way? Huh?
Abhyas, by practicing.
By practicing. Yes, good answer. How else can you control your mind?
Spiritual engagements.
You keep it engaged. There's no time to distract. That's a very good answer. Anybody else? How can you control?
By following Guru's instructions.
Like he said, by following Guru's instructions. Yes, that's true. How can you control your mind?
Following yoga.
Following yoga. Be more specific.
Bhakti.
Yeah, bhakti yoga.
Following Bhakti Yoga. Wake up early, Mangalarti, Japa, then you do Bhaktan class, and then Prasad, and then Seva, and then back, Sundararati, Bhagavad Gita class, hot milk, bed. No time for other things. Yes, that's there. But sometimes we are fully engaged, but the mind is thinking, is desiring, wants to do something. What if I had a car? Would it be better for my service? What if I had this bigger, better situation? Would it be better for me? So the mind is still thinking, isn't it? We control it, but then the mind is thinking, it's pushing. So, how can we control the mind? Actually, this question was made by the four Kumaras to Brahma. Brahma gave the same thing. You control your mind. And they said, it's not so easy, Lord Brahma, because the sense objects and the mind, they seem to be made one for the other. They fit. For example, you're walking, right? And your nose smells hot puris and sabji. What happens? Saliva starts to happen in your mouth. You're full of, wow, this is very good. Isn't it? So, like this, the world is full of objects and the mind is ready for them. A boy and a girl come together. They do nothing. They just come together. Boom, everything happens. They are attracted. How come? The mind and the senses and the sense objects were made one for the other. And they said, we find it's not possible to separate them. The Kumaras saying this to Lord Brahma. Then Lord Brahma was in crisis. So now what? What do I do? So in a big discussion, they come up with the following thinking process. You cannot control your mind because the mind is controlled by the desires. And today, we understand that dopamine, all these things are controlling. They're coming to your mind and you feel like having the experiences because your unconscious nervous system is bombing chemicals on your blood system, and that's making your mind think and desire and want and, thinking, feeling, willing. So the desire is the point of control of the mind. What we desire is what the mind will project. Lord Brahma, he imagined something, he desired something, like he desired to have a king, and a king was manifested. He was angry, Lord Shiva manifested. So the desire produces what we see, what manifests. Somehow, somebody had a desire to manifest an ISKCON center here. I think it was Rasananda Prabhu. But maybe the acharyas through him. And maybe a number of Vaishnavas together with him, a whole group desiring the same thing. And it's manifesting, isn't it? Day by day, you can see almost day by day. Trees, fast-growing trees on the border. I came, there was no trees. Now there's a little forest on the border. Really good tree. So desire pushes us forward. So when we spiritualize the desires, then we start to control the mind. How to spiritualize the desire? That's the $1 million question. And that's confirmed. How to spiritualize our desires. Because the desires have been planted in the heart in the last life, the previous life, 10 lives back. And now the seed is germinating. It's a desire in the heart. You don't control it. It just comes out like weeds. It comes.
By hearing Krishna Katha.
That's a very good answer. Because when you hear Krishna Katha, you empower your buddhi, and the buddhi cuts the connection with the material nature. Like a shastra, like a sword. You cut it. Also Shastra, like in the Shankya Yoga process, gives you an understanding how the world is. For example, you see a phone and it's called a Vivo X200. Wow, what a camera, right? Nice phone. But if you break it, open up, it's ugly. Circuits and glass, and you don't want it anymore. Even a car, you see a beautiful Mercedes, you tear it apart, put only it's like, this car is very ugly, But if it has all the skin, all the design, then very prestigious to have a Mercedes. So Shankya Yoga cuts the illusion that this world is perfect. This world is giving pleasure to us. So Buddhi with Sankhya Yoga will give you knowledge to cut the connection, the identification with the world, and then the desires kind of says, okay, better if I desire something spiritual. Better if I desire to be with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's more juicy. The kirtan, the pleasure you feel when you give a book to a person. Chaitanya comes into your heart and he hugs you. Have you experienced that? Like, and you feel like this ecstasy. That's Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yeah, one more. Let's go. And then as you develop, that pleasure is expanding. So here in this verse, Surabhi is giving ecstasy to Krishna, and Lord Indra is observing how much love Krishna has. And what prayer does she make? She makes the prayer of the verse, which is saying, you are our worshipable deity. Therefore, she concludes, O Lord of the universe, Jagannath, for the benefit of the cows, the Brahmanas and demigods. So, if you benefit the cows, the Brahmanas and the demigods, you benefit the whole world. Because you see, the Brahmans has only one concern, how to make everybody happy. And you can only be happy with the spiritual knowledge. Material knowledge will always be motamoti. Happy here, unhappy there. It's always like that. You're happy that you're going to be a doctor, you have to study hard for 6 years. Right? And then you become a doctor, you need a job. But the money is not enough, and then you need a second job. Then India is not enough, you have to go to America. Then you go to America, but here in America the culture is not so conducive, let me go back to India. So every happiness has an unhappiness to it. So in that case, the Brahmins only think how to give pure happiness to everyone. And then everybody can be benefited. The cows, they're holding the whole planet together. Their function, like Bhumi, the Bhumi sometimes is shown as a cow. Mother Earth is shown as a cow because the earth has the power to nourish us, give us food, give us space, give us realization. All of this comes from Mother Earth. So all of those ingredients for us to offer to the Lord, to transcend. So the cow is nourishing our bhakti. And the demigods are controlling the air, your birth, when you're born, your chart, your Navansha, right? There's one star, there's Jupiter. There is, we're always afraid of Saturn. He's going to chastise us. Not chastise. Saturn teaches us. Saturn teaches. He's the teacher. He wants us to reform. So if you reform, he's very happy. But if you rebel, then he says, something for you is here. So, Mother Surabhi, she's sending a message to all of us. If you protect me, Govinda will be very happy. And if Govinda is very happy, everything you want is satisfied because he's the master of the cows, he's the master of the senses. So by worshipping Govinda, everything you want is coming. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said the only way to do that is by chanting.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare.
And if your chant is not going well, you can always ask help for Nitai, Nitai, Nitai Gauranga. Hey, Nitai, Nitai, Nitai Gauranga. You're still hungry, right? Let's put some more energy. Put your prana out. Last time. Nitai, Nitai, Nitai Gauranga. Hey, Nitai, Nitai, Nitai Gauranga. Oh, Nitai, Nitai, Nitai Gauranga. That's better. You're waking up. So, thank you very much. We could speak a lot about this, about the cows. One thing I want to say is that Bhopal has taken the service of helping the ministry in administration. So in India, Rasananda Prabhu, instructed by his spiritual master, Bhakti-Chala Swami, in the land. Also, Dula was there at that time, and many others. His Holiness Bhakti-Chala Swami Maharaj, he thought, he has done so much for Prabhupada. He established temples. He saved ISKCON from, like, New Mayapur was going to be lost. He got it back. He established the London Yatra. He established Ujjain. He established so many things, the GBC College, unity in ISKCON, keeping ISKCON together. He established such a huge amount of services. But, he says, Prabhupada didn't establish cow protection because he didn't have time. And he was thinking, I also haven't established cow protection because I was so busy doing something. So in his last years, anybody in the land would see he was constantly thinking how to grow food, how to grow flowers, how to establish a Goshala, a beautiful Goshala. He was trying to do that. And because of that, he established the Ministry of Cow Protection and Agriculture in America. We existed, but without a bank account, without a non-profit, without structure. So he was the one who gave structure. He put the top lawyer of ISKCON in the ministry. Shesha Prabhu he asked, please be part of the ministry. And he was, and he still is. Shesha Prabhu, he resigned from the GBC body, but he requested, can I stay in the cow protection ministry? And I said, please, you are the most welcome member. So like this, you see the priority of the acharyas to do this. Because if we do this, there's very deep peace in society. Everybody feels peaceful. And there's a lot of war at the moment. We can see it in the Middle East. And luckily, India and Iran have some friendly relationships, so the oil and gas are coming, so you won't have gas shortage soon. Otherwise, my instruction would be, you have to make cow dung patties now to cook your prasad. In Ujjain, they're already doing cow dung patties. If there is a price rise, they're ready. So you can also do cow dung patties here, just to make it sure. You already do it, right? I can see some cow dung patties here. So you can increase that and cook. Because cow dung patties exist in India for thousands of years. The river Ganges, the Ganges Delta, it's always been used. Today, cow dung patties, every day, move $300 million. Huh? Prabhu, are you sure? Yes. $300 million circulate with cow dung business for cooking. Not talking about medicines, paint, blah, blah, blah. So, it's an ancient tradition. Your great-grandparents used it. So many people used it. You see? In fact, every morning, every mother would do lapi-lapi, right, in front of the house to make it clean and fresh and purified. So, that's a symbol that Mother Cow has a great place in the universe. And you recognize that. Krishna is very happy. Thank you very much for you all listening online. We haven't met, but it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be here in Bhopal. Rasananda Prabhu and so many other senior Vaishnavas who are preachers in different, I hear you have 15 outreach centers. That's amazing, right? Everybody taking care of a different preaching program. It's very nice. So thank you for being with us. And tomorrow Rasananda Prabhu will give the class, the Sunday class, Bhagavatam class, and he asked me to give the Sunday feast. So, on that note, Nitai go to Hari. Nitai go Hari. Go Premanandi. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Any questions, any comments?
I have one question.
One question. A burning
As
question.
you mentioned, mother cow, how important our life and the environment also. So, some people, killing cow, so a lot of pain for mother cow. So Krishna, what will happen? This kind of simple person, I want to hear.
Prabhupada said, because people are killing the cows, war is happening. You can see. Middle East, Ukraine, Russia, now some agitation, Japan, North Korea, Venezuela. It's happening all over. People don't realize, even North America, they're only shooting other people's house. They're not shooting their home. They go to war outside their house. But the pressure is coming to them, and at one point, they'll get it. because they are one of the big cow killers of the planet. India also is increasing the killing of cows. So today we are harvesting the piety activities of generations in India. All these pious people did so much pious work, and you are harvesting the fruits. But if impiety now is planted, the future generation will suffer. So we are thinking India was not so advanced in technology, but the people were very pious. Every child respected an elder. Women was respected. The cows were respected. The Brahmins were respected. As you evolve, if you disrespect these entities, then you have to suffer in the future. So what happens? The Hare Krishna movement has to educate the society about the problems they'll have by doing that. How do we do that? By showing a beautiful example of happiness, balance, nature. The cows are well nourished, beautiful. They come and they see. We don't have to go outside and hunt people. No. We are educational movement. We have to educate people, showing the real thing. When we show the bliss of being a Krishna Bhakta, they want to be part of the bliss. Everybody's looking for bliss in the world. If you're blissful, they want you. So we have to be blissful, and to be blissful, we have to do it right. We have to do our part correct. So the killing of the cows, unfortunately, will bring a great misfortune for the humanity. Prabhupada warns again and again and again. And we have to do more. We have to do more propaganda, in the sense, a lot of negative propaganda is already being put out, the positive propaganda. What happens if you protect the cows? What happens to the planet? What happens to us? What happens to the future generation, the children? All of this should be put out, you know. And we are enjoying this growth in economy. India grows consistently 10 to 20% every year for 20 years, or I think 10% every year. It's a huge growth, economic. No other country can do the same. It's growing, it's growing. Where does it come from? The pious credit of your generations. And now that credit sometimes is seen as something old, useless. Now, AI is the real thing. I lived in Hyderabad in 1980. Today I came to Hyderabad, I couldn't recognize. I thought Detroit was born inside Hyderabad. The glass buildings and Microsoft and Google and all these different, right? So with that mentality comes the problems of that mentality. And we will experience also in India in the future. No? Just to give you one parameter, when I was a young boy, I couldn't see one woman on an outdoor. There was no picture of a woman on an outdoor. In Hyderabad, there was a picture of a naked woman on the outdoor. I thought, India, wow, I never expected. She was not fully naked, but she was almost naked. I said, this in India is unbelievable. How can this be? But it is. In Delhi also you can see how slowly that's coming. So that culture will have an influence, an impact on the culture and on people. So our duty as Hare Krishna is to teach what does a good society, a happy society look like. And if you can influence, then do it. But people sometimes think our mission is to go stop the trucks. That's not a proper thought. Proper thought, we have to teach by example. How do we do that? Someone walking here sees that your bulls are worth 10 lakhs. Wow, that bull is incredible. That's such a premium cow. I want to see her. She becomes famous. Everybody wants to see your cow. You're growing food. You're growing flowers for the deities. So that's a beautiful example. Okay? Hare Krishna. Okay. On that note, thank you all. You have a question? No, it's just, okay. All right. Thank you all very much. Please keep up with your good service, and I hope this temple becomes very opulent, beautiful, and blissful. Srila Prabhupada ki, Gaur Premanandi, Hari Bol.